So here we go. We're going to scratch this so we know where to grind it. The crack is right in here, and you want to go several inches both ways. And we're gonna dig down and get into the root. Okay, so I'm gonna scratch it there, and I'm gonna scratch it here. And the crack is right in there, so we're gonna get it in there. And I can see where the crack is there. You can't see it on camera, but I can see the little line in there. Okay, so you get these cylinders in, and you don't. Every so often you get one, and you reseal it, and then you find out it has a crack in it. Otherwise, you'd have to test every single one that came in, and it's just not feasible to do it. So that's why we run the rod out, get the piston way up there so the heat doesn't melt the seals, and get it fixed. We'll let it cool down, and we'll put it back on the test bench. A lot of times I see these guys on heavy equipment. They'll be out on the job somewhere, and they'll send their mechanic out there, and they'll try to weld it up with the oil in the cylinder, and then they try welding it up right on the machine, and it's full of oil, and they end up ruining the cylinder because you can never get the weld to seal it up because the oil keeps coming out. And sometimes when they're jammed, they end up making a big old glob mess on there, and I get those in here all the time, and I fix them. I got to clean it off, grind all the glob weld off of there, bee it out, and get it done. The other thing is, you always use 70-18. Okay, you try doing it with wire and all this stuff. You got the gas problem and all that. Use 70-18. 1/8 rod. In this case, I'm gonna run 70/18 332 and do a little root pass and get it in there. And then I'm gonna do a nice cover pass over the top of this thing, and that usually does it. And then we'll go test it again. But you go out in the field and try. You got to try to get the oil out of it somehow before you do it. And you don't. If the cylinder's down, the piston's down in this area, you don't start welding on it because you're going to melt the seals in there. That's the other problem. So you're going to have to figure a way when you're working on a piece of heavy equipment how you're going to get it done, until, they're trying to do a job or whatever, and you have no choice, you're going to have to try to fix it. And so let me do it, and we'll get ready to weld this thing now, and I'll show you here. And you always run 70/18 uphill, okay? You need to be proficient with welding. I've been welding since high school, so I was actually certified with 70/18 all position a long time ago. But you learn how to use a stick welder for repairs. We've tried welding these things in the shop with. When you do new cylinders, they can use wire, but for some reason, just use 70/18, I'm telling you. Because you'll be redoing it multiple times. If you try doing it with hard wire or flux core, it gases and it gets porosity and all kinds of stuff. So 70/18 is the only way to fix these things. I'm going to start off with some 332 70/18. I'm going to get right in here and I'm going to burn it in there and seal that crack up, and then I'll do a nice pass over the top. You don't want to do surface welds. You need to V these things out when you do it. Right now I'm at 94 amps. That may be a little hot for this, but we'll see what it does. So I'm just digging it in that little where the crack is and trying to get it sealed. Uphill. 70/18 is always uphill. You don't run it downhill. It's going to take another. Just knock a little slag. I got a little more to go. I got to get another rod. I'm not the best welder, but I'm pretty good. I started as a welder. Okay, and when I took my certification on 70/18, I passed it on the first try, all positions, overhead, horizontal, and vertical. First try, I passed it. It pissed the teacher off when I did it. Okay, so now I got the root in there. I'm going to grind all the slag off and get all the crap off of it. Then I'm going to take 1/8 70/18 and I'm going to do the final pass on it. You can see I grounded a little, give me a line so I can see where I'm, filling it up. Knocked all the high spots off. I'll try to get a nice pass on it with a heavier rod. I'm going to turn the amps up a little bit. It might take about two sticks to do it. Let's see here. 105 amps. Okay, let's see what it does. But remember, you're going to go uphill, okay, and you're just going to, make your pattern little half moons all the way up here. You want to get comfortable and just keep doing it. About this point, we might have to change rods or finish it off. You want to start, the crack was right there, but we come down a little further. And right now, I got a bunch of wind coming in here. Let's see if I can. You want to be in a place where you don't have wind blowing your thing out. But, okay. See, I'm going to start right there. Come up, work my way up like that. So you got to get yourself in a position where you're comfortable. Okay. Might get your lean on this thing so you can get a nice pattern in there. Can't see it. You're drawing a little more. The reason I'm doing this, I'm putting a little mark because I used to have pretty good vision, but not anymore. It's hard for me to see, and I actually need to get some glasses. You got to be able to see your line, so I'm just putting a little marker in there.